Am I streaming in the same category on Kick that I always am? Seemingly not. In which case, that's kind of frustrating. Because, no? No. The stream information does say that the category is software development. Okay. Then why don't I show up in the software development category? Well, that could be due to a number of things, actually. Like, it could be due to me being signed in, so I could try viewing it in an incognito window. Oh, yeah, I think that was it. Let me refresh again on the signed in window. Oh, my internet's being weird. Oh, okay. So it was not actually a me being signed in or not thing. It just takes like a minute or so for you to actually show up. Well, great. That's totally fine. That's totally fine and reasonable. Cool. All right, and now let's open the chat on YouTube. Okay. Mission accomplished. We have both chats open. We can now commence coding. After I check the notifications. Okay. Notification has been sent to the Discord. And I noticed that the thumbnail on the YouTube stream varies despite me not doing anything. It's like alternating between a zoomed in and a what do you call when there's boxes at the top and the bottom? Like black boxes on the top and the bottom. I don't know. Yeah, it does weird crap with your thumbnail, I guess. Cool, great, so glad. So glad that that's alternating, back and forth without me doing anything. Okay. So last time we encountered a bug that seems to be related to the server and something to do with like the binary decoding or interpreting. Oh, or the frame setting up the frames, something like that. The data frames. Not to be confused with the datagram. Totally different. Okay, so probably the first thing I do is I try to reproduce said bug. This needs to be full screen. Cool. Good. So how we did it before was we used real live player data to we just started sending that. And for the purposes of testing, that's probably not a good idea. Use our connect button and the song info, we disable the button, and then we load the playlist, and then we load the step file and the audio file. Then we initialize the playing display. And then the game starts. And after we've started that whole chain of things, we set up a key binding on all the keys that the player has bound to doing things within the game. And on a key up or a key down, we send a little data package containing all the information it needs to contain. The game time, the track, the key state. Now, what happens when you interpret an enum as a uint8? I have no idea. But I assume it's either going to give me a 0 or a 1. That's my hope. I'm pretty sure enums... I mean, if we think about what an enum is, in principle, it's an enumerated type. Enumerated means like there's a number associated with it, right? So yeah, it stands to reason that it can be interpreted as a number, I think. Even if you're using a fancy like string enum, which no, this one definitely is not. Oh yeah, it even says like, hey, look, by the way, this is a 0, this is a 1. You could do like equals this, I guess, and that would like change it. But I guess if you're initializing one of them, then you have to initialize both of them, and we're not doing that, so. Well, yeah, this is cool and all, but I probably want to write a test, some like code that does a test in a better way that doesn't involve me having to play every time. Let me just reproduce the bug real quick, and then we'll decide. Okay. Now, OPS, what window are you going to open when I do this? Oh, I picked the right window. Good job. Good job, OBS. You did it right for once. Okay, so I don't connect because I need to start my server first. Okay, the server is started. I connect. I play some of the game, I guess. And then I stop. And I marvel at the sheer amount of data I just bombarded my server with. And then we go back and look at our server and see if it told us anything. Hey server, did anything happen while I was gone? Yes. Yes, something certainly did. Okay, now it's telling me that always and forever the first int is a 0. That's definitely different than the results I got last night, which is curious. But, okay, if that's the case, then it's possible that I I screwed up the order of these two arguments. Yes? No. Not really. It's pretty clear that it should be 0, 1. The goal, in case you're not clear, is I should provide a 1 or a 2 depending on if I'm a spectator. 1 means not a spectator, which is the case here. Yeah, no, this is the byte offset, and then this is the actual value. This is the correct order of things. So the fact that we're reading as 0 means that something went horribly wrong. And it also means it was actually really smart of me to not use 0 as one of the possible indicators, right? That was a good plan. Good thinking, me. Okay, well, I'm not going to figure anything out. I mean, we've learned that I guess each thing is 20 bytes somehow. That doesn't quite make sense. What should I do? So we get here, which is maybe not that surprising. And it looks like what this does is it processes 1 frame. So what I'd like to do is call print bits on each frame and see what we get. That might clue me in on what's going on. And the fact that we don't get a preview of what this function does is horrifying. Okay, so we need a size and we need a pointer. We need a size and we need a pointer. Probably frame bytes, followed by message pointer. Header size plus payload length is equal to frame bytes. Yes, that's going to be correct. And then message pointer, I think, is what we want for the second argument. So let's run this server now, and then we run the game again. Tell me, game. Oh, the fact that they're different sizes. Oh, you hate to see that. This is... Well, unless this was like that disconnect signal, right? Maybe? I don't know. Okay. What do we think we're looking at here? So, what I don't understand is that we should be looking at we've got a 4 bytes for the I don't know, for the 1 or the 2, whatever you call, whatever I want to call that. 4 bytes for that. 8 bytes for the time. 1 byte for the track. 1 byte for the key state. So that's 4811. So that's 14. So we got 14 bytes of payload. Hypothetically. 1, 2. This does not look like a 0 or a 1. None of this looks like my data. Right, because we should have a uint 8 somewhere here. That's always a 0 or 1. And then we should also have a track number, which should be basically not any of this. So, yeah, this data just looks garbled. I don't know. This looks real. Like, I think... like, if we look at parse WebSocket frame header... Okay. We've got fin, followed by 3 RSV bits, followed by the opcode, which is 2, because it's binary data, I think. I think that's right. Oh, crap, that's right. There's, they're gonna mask their data. Oh, shit. That's why this looks garbled. It's because it's masked with a random thing. Okay. But let's continue a little bit here. So that's the first byte. And then the second byte, I believe... Or are we just getting the next bit? It looks like we're just getting the next bit. This tells me whether it's masked. If header mask, apply the masking key. Yeah. And then I guess this is the payload length. Yeah. We end it with 7F. Yeah. Okay, and this would be what? This would be 2, 4, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I think that's exactly right. Hold on. Let me double check. Yeah. No, 14 is the right payload size. Okay. Okay, and so I guess we have 4 bytes of mask? I think that's right. I think this is the mask right here. Okay. Or, well, it's either that or it's at the end. I forget. Okay, so it being 20 bytes is actually what you'd expect because the mask is 4 bytes. But me printing the raw data doesn't help me. I mean, it honestly helped a lot because I was able to figure out the header stuff. But now I want to print the processed payload. Decoded message in. Because the header should start with a 1. or the payload should start with a 1, and this should just work, right? So that's not working for some unknown reason. I guess that's next. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? That looks like a 1. I don't know about you. That looks like the number 1. Yet, for some reason, when I cast this as an int, it says it's a 0? What's happening here? Okay. And then this is the time, which is going to be 8 bytes. Yep. And then I believe this is the track number. And then this is the key up or key down. So the question remains, why is that not a 1? Why is this a 0? This is odd because I had it sending ints correctly before. And I guess the only thing that really changed is like I'm using a slightly different interface to send the data. I'm using the data view thing, whereas before I was just turning an array of ints into an array buffer directly, quote unquote directly. I don't know what that means in this context. Okay. Why would that be any different? Does this mean what I think it means? Does this mean, hey, take the first 4 bytes and interpret it as an int? Because I think that's what that means, but it might not mean that. Might be an Indianness thing. Or it might be a freaking network order thing. Network byte order. I don't know. So let's come back over here and try. I basically want to take this and put it here. So we're running this quote-unquote game server 1, which in the past was just able to send ints back and forth. And we go open that up. And we're going to run it. Okay, so here it is. And I'm going to send 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which sends as a payload the 5 ints. And I come back over here to see what it actually got. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. How? How? Why? What? Huh? Excuse me. Okay, well, one thing I could do. This looks like just like an Indianness thing or a network byte order thing. But one thing I want to verify to make sure that I'm not being stupid is to make sure that this actually gets a second or third byte. So I'll just send bigger numbers. Right? I'll try sending bigger numbers. What is 2 to the power of 8? We need to send at least one more than that. 256. Okay, so I'll send 1, 578, 256, 900. How about 975,000? Just 975,000. And we'll see what we get. Okay. So it interpreted it exactly right, which means that my initial assumption about how accessing multiple bytes is correct. One, two, three, four. So here's 256. Yeah, this is... Okay, unless... I'll stop the server now, because we kind of have an idea of what's gone wrong here. That's not what we want. We want... this guy. Okay, it's possible that I'm doing this wrong. Wait. Huh? What? I thought, okay. This, the description of the class was a little bit misleading, in my opinion. Let me go find data view again. So JavaScript data view. Maybe, you know, maybe I read into it what I wanted to. The data view provides a low-level interface for reading and writing multiple number types in a binary array buffer without having to care about the platform's endianness. Without having to care about the platform's endianness. What does that mean? What does that mean? I think that means... Okay, let me look at this again. Description, endianness. Multi-byte number formats are represented in memory differently depending on machine architecture. See endianness for an explanation. Is this Wikipedia? No, it's not. Of course, it's their own documentation, excuse me. Multi-byte number formats are represented in memory differently depending on machine architecture. See endianness for an explanation. Data view. Accessors provide explicit control of how data is accessed regardless of the executing computer's endianness. Okay. So actually what Mozilla was trying to say here is that regardless of your browsers, regardless of the architecture running your browser, you can use whatever endianness you specify. That's what they're saying. But it doesn't mean that you can literally not care about endianness, evidently. Evidently, it means that you need to care about endianness. And you need to be a smart developer and know which endianness you want to use. I have now learned, through trial and error, that I want true, always. I want true. I want little endian. And it's mad at me. Oh, probably because set you in, it doesn't matter. Yes, endianness does not matter for a single byte. Is that ooh, is that statement that I just said true? I think it is. I mean, it has to be, or else this is going to be interpreted as something weird. Okay. Well, great. So I think that fixed our problem. And we just go ahead and boot up our server again. In fact, so we don't need this server. We want the other one. That's fine. It's whatever. I was wondering if like I needed that extra print statement if I could get rid of it, but it's fine either way. It doesn't really matter that much. Okay. So here we go. This should work now, I think. Oh, it actually kind of looks like it is working. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is that? What does that mean? That doesn't fill me with hope. How is this? What? Oh, actually, I know exactly what that means. I changed it in one place and not the other place. That's totally fine. Well, dang. Look at that. That's dope. This is, huh. These have already been rounded, I guess. That's weird. Isn't that weird? Why is my game time like that? I think it comes out in milliseconds? Why is it a negative number? Okay, something else screwy has gone on now. Something else screwy has gone on now. Huh. Okay, one thing at a time. So all we gotta do is comma true here and here. Now, this is get current time in seconds. In seconds. And we're sending the raw value. What's printed out here is different. So like what should we should be getting these numbers. Not something in the hundreds. Let me, just to make sure, let me recompile this code and then rerun our server just to totally make sure that it's not some data bleeding over or something weird like that. What about the other things? Those are a 0 or a 1, right? Or yeah, okay. 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Key state only 1 currently. So, oh, cool. Let's try this again. As far as I can tell, it's just the float that's being interpreted weirdly. Is that because this is the wrong size? Let me, okay. C size of a double. Size of data types in C. My double might be too small. Wait, no, maybe not. Let's see what it says. A double says it's 8 bytes. A double is allegedly 8 bytes, and somehow a long double is 10 bytes. Lord knows. This is according to some random website, though. Some exam prep website. Huh. Oh my god, what if it's 2 different floating point standards? No, there's no way. Okay, I'm gonna assume that size of a double is 8. I could actually, come to think of it. Yeah, just like check all this at the start, because C is horrible. Okay, size of double is 8. Size of double is 8. Size of double is 8. And that's the number we wanted to see. Okay, so we've recompiled the game. We should be getting both key ups and key downs now. Great. Now let's see. I really wish I knew what these guys were. It must be some kind of disconnect message. And of course my server's completely ignoring it because it's like, what? Sorry, I don't want to speak your language. What is it trying to say? Okay. Yeah, it's still definitely totally messed up. But we're getting key states 1 and 0 now. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. They're kind of like spaced a little bit oddly, but it's totally possible that the original events just happened in that way. It's totally possible. Okay, so yeah, I'm just 100% not interpreting the float correctly, which is really weird. It's really weird. I think setting it to little endian was all I needed to do, but I'm not totally sure. No, I think that's right. But what is this? Okay, so I have to go find some online converter. Convert binary to float. Yes, of course there's going to be an IEEE 754 floating point converter online. I mean, technically, I've written one myself before. Okay, they've given me like a bunch of checkboxes. I want to enter the binary representation. Can I do that? Oh, I can. Okay. So I believe this is our double. And let's pop over here. Do you want to? You don't want to. I have to do this? Okay, sure. God forbid I use spaces. No? Why? Oh, this is not... This is 4 bytes. What? Why? Show me a... Previous version would give you the represented value as a possibly rounded decimal number and the same number with the increased precision of a 64-bit double precision float, now the original number, blah, blah, blah. Show me the 64-bit one. This is a 32-bit one, or however many bits this is. I don't know. Do I... Why does it run so slow? Holy crap, dude. Do you see how slow this thing runs? It stutters every time I click it. Okay, so somebody doesn't know how to program, right? Except, maybe they do something absurd to get this number, though. That's quite possible. But that's not what I wanted. BinaryConvert.com. Yay! Paste it all in. Do it. That's not correct. Okay. Let me copy it again. Oh, hold on. I definitely did something slightly wrong. Server. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Thank you. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know what's up with this. Oh, I copied some of the next thing by accident. Oh, what are you doing to me, bro? Come on. I need to reverse the order of my bytes, please. copy that. Copy it again. Okay, it's really confused by spaces. Sure. Let me help you out there. Okay, that wasn't it, I guess. Huh? Okay. It wants me to enter a decimal number. Why? What did I do to deserve this? I guess I should trust that one random online website converter. I didn't think I'd have to write a 64-bit floating point converter. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being dumb, probably, but... Okay. What could I do? I could, like, retrofit this a little bit. To work with floats. Instead of just ints. On the off chance that it's the client's problem and data view doing something I don't want it to do, right? Okay, so we get the first int, and then we get rid of this extra little check because nobody wants that. So we take this, subtract 4, divide by 8, and Just to be technically accurate. Of course, I have that voice in my head that's like, no, it's not technically a float, is it? No, it's a double. Okay, alright. Don't do the mem copy. Do the mem copy? Do we do the mem copy? We probably don't have to do the mem copy. We say decoded message in. We just need to change what we're printing. We print out decoded message in. Wait. Okay. Stupid question. Is the %F the wrong format to be using with a double? See how to print a double. A double and C can be printed by both using %F and %LF. Okay, I could use both. Allegedly, I can use both. According to log2base2.com. Okay. If you say so, random website. Darn it. That can't have been the issue then. Decoded message in something, what, J times 8 plus 4? Or I guess it would just be like 4 plus J times 8. Yeah. That's what we're printing out. I probably need to cast this. Because it's not casting it, how would it know to interpret it as a float or a double? Right? Did I do that here? Surely I did, right? Yeah, double. Game time. Double. Yeah, that's worked in all other contexts so far, so I should assume it will work here. Right? Let's use %.4f. Sure, yeah, whatever, that's fine. Okay. So that should kind of work. And then I need to go over to my other code, my other client code, which I think I have here already. Yeah. Let's go ahead and deal with that then, shall we? Okay. And Mm-hmm. Okay, very minor change here, right? Okay. And then whatever we do, make sure we're... Oh, god dang it. I edited the wrong file. God dang. Very good. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, the server's already running. Yep. Somehow I have 2 clients connected. It's inexplicable. Okay. So I send 1, comma. Oh shit. That's not gonna work. I already know that's not gonna work. Because I'm using a single type to write. God dang it. Okay, so we are just gonna do... We're just gonna remove this whole case here, right? Yes. Because we just want to test. We don't do that. This is not what we do. We're not worried about this case either. And we don't care about that. Okay. And you're looking at the wrong file while I edit it. Okay. Sorry about that. So we removed the spectator case, and we just want to print this. We're not doing a -4 thing. We're not doing the first. We're just doing this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. Get rid of this as well. Probably get rid of that too. Yeah, for sure. Okay, that's running. What do we want to send? Sure. Those are totally wrong. Okay. That's good news, though. I think that's kind of good news. We can sort of debug it from here now, I think. Huh. I don't know exactly what the deal is. Like, it's definitely putting the bytes in the right places. I mean, or it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, I believe that it's separating each thing into its own set of 8 bytes. Because we keep getting this at the end of each of them. I feel like I should know the answer to this, but I don't. Okay. We're going to ask ChatGPT what it thinks. I'm trying to debug a WebSocket server I'm in C. When the client browser running JavaScript sends me a 64-bit float, the server doesn't get the same value when it interprets it. What issue besides endianness could be causing this? Ensure you're properly serializing. I mean, I trust that it's doing that for me. Precision errors. No, that's not it. Network transmission issues. Packet loss, network congestion. I don't think that's it. Implement a checksum. No, you're crazy. Nan and infinity edge cases. No. There might be other byte order related issues, such as the presence of a byte order mark in the data. That's not what's happening, though. Check the documentation for the WebSocket library you're using in C. ChatGPT thinks I'm using a WebSocket library. You're so funny. You're so funny, ChatGPT. Ugh. I really don't think it's an endianness error. Because we, like, resolved that, I thought. Byte order. Do I reverse the Indianness just for floats? That wouldn't make any sense, would it? Well, I'm gonna try it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Here we are again. This time it thinks it's all 64. That seems worse. Yeah, that seems like not an improvement. One, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Really getting 64. Do you just get a free ×2 in floats? I seem to remember that being a thing. But if that's 64, then what's all this crap? If that's 64, then what's all this crap? Right? Maybe, okay. Out of curiosity, let's do this. I mean, 2 bytes is smaller than any float, right? Surely there's some leftover something going on there. Oh, hold on. I did something stupid. I edited the wrong file. You edited the wrong file, you dummy. I mean, it's fine to do that here too, I guess, but... Huh. Huh. Nope, we don't get anything different doing it that way. Okay. Well, I think we know for sure that using big endian was not, like, that's not the issue. Where's... Is it this? Yeah, okay. Okay, I think I just need to Google around some more. Let's try IEEE 754 and see. There's a Stack Overflow question. Is IEEE 754 representation used in C? Well, thankfully, some random person on the internet said, I've never seen or heard of a machine that uses different endingness for ints and floats, but it's technically possible. Huh. Look at this. Is this identical to our situation or not? Here's like literally raw binary or hex. Technically, that's hexadecimal. So aggro. Jesus. The line this converts the integer literal into a float value representing that number or an approximation thereof. Thus, the value assigned to your Q will be the decimal value that, which is what that equates to. Okay. So this isn't really analogous to our situation. If you must initialize a float variable with its internal hex representation, then your best option is to use type pruning using union. Type def union float unsigned int h float is equal to what? That looks completely insane. That looks completely insane. What? You assigned this value to this part of the... Well, this is a type def. Okay. So you're like writing... You're writing the memory. It's one thing. It's not like a struct. It's one thing. Or you could do pointer casting. Okay. Well, that's not quite right. They do seem to implicitly say that yes, C does use IEEE 754. Wow, holy shit, I have no idea what to do about this. Maybe it's something more basic, right? Wouldn't it make sense for me to make like some stupid little basic error? Um, we'll ask ChatGPT again because it probably knows C better than I do. Um, let's see. I'm writing a C server which receives binary data from a client at some offset in the data packet is a 64-bit float. How can I extract said float? If my packet exists in memory as a char array. I just want to see if they use a typecast thing. ChatGPT does not use a typecast thing. Okay, so they do mem copy to the address of the float that you declare or the double. Okay. Is that equivalent to doing some to assigning a typecasted index into the array? Oh. Huh. Okay. Alright, let me think. Let me think about what exactly I'm doing here. So I could instead write the following. I could write mem copy destination address of game time. Source that size t or n size of double. Yeah? And it's just like a coincidence that this hacky method happens to work. Right? I could believe that. Ooh, it's mad. Ooh, it's mad. Warning, passing argument to a memcopy makes a pointer from integer. So I should say this plus 4. Right? Let's see. Yes. See, that's why I thought the fact that I have to do the plus 4 there, that's why I thought what I was doing before would actually work. But I could be wrong. Okay? Right? Like, it's much easier for me to believe that I'm just bad at programming C. Right? That's much easier to believe. Let's come over here. Alrighty. Hold on. Did I npx webpack? I better just go ahead and recompile this. Make sure I'm switching to little endian and not doing the weird big endian experiment again. Okay. Connecting on my server. Here we go. Alright, let's see if this magically works. Oh! Yes, I think it did. Holy shit. Those look like real numbers. Oh my god. Yes. ChatGPT saved me. ChatGPT knows that I don't know how to program. Although, to be fair, I think I stole this hacky way of copying byte data from ChatGPT originally, so... Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and compare one by one. 5894 300. Well, see, in the browser, I didn't actually print out the whole values, but whatever. Anyways, 5894, 5982, yes. 6030, yes. 6086, yes. 6142, yes. 6222, yes. Oh my god, finally. Finally. And then the last one is 9790. Oh, we got there. We did it. We're no longer gonna copy memory in the stupid way. There's no need to do that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I remember reading somewhere that it was just verbal, right? It was just words, so I didn't actually see the code example, but I remember seeing some hint somewhere. I don't know if it was one of the Discord servers I was on or if it was just like an Stack Overflow thing, but they were just saying like, "Hey, it's a bad idea to do type to like typecast something something something." And I wasn't sure 100% if they were referring to what I was doing. I think they were referring to what I was doing. Oh man. Holy crap. Okay. This means that, well, I should go ahead and shut down my server. This means that we need a bit more code. Right? We need a bit more code to accomplish the thing we're trying to accomplish. Well, let me just, yeah, I'll just do it like this. It's fine. Freaking fantastic. Oh my goodness. All right, let me take a break for a second. I only want to stream for maybe another 30 minutes or so. Maybe do like a slightly shorter stream today, but I want to take a little break before I do that. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but I am excited that we got this partially working. Okay, I know what we're gonna do next. As like the next stage of testing, I guess, I would like to. What would I like to do? Hmm. You know what I was thinking just now? If. Crap. There is a game event which is not associated with a key event, which is a miss, right? So I don't know if I should even worry about that at this stage. Like, but I guess the thing to worry about in that case would be um, what information does the spectator have, and how does that affect the what's being displayed to the user? What's being displayed to the spectator, right? What can we generate? What can we put into the replay? What assumptions can we make? Basically, I'm thinking if there's like a desync of some kind, or like if basically if the player that the spectator is spectating, if their data is slow getting to the spectator, what happens? Um, because the spectator will have started playing the song and he can't like go back and like pause the music or whatever. At least, I mean, uh, anything's possible with programming, right? But I don't want to have to implement that kind of edge case, I guess. So what would happen is the spectator would be like, "Oh, hey, we didn't get a key event for this note, and it's like past the mark, so it's a miss, I guess." So it would do all the animation for a miss, and then it would get a key event that's associated with like a wrong note, with like the wrong note. Yeah. Hmm. What? Hmm. I guess another piece of information we could send instead is we could have the client tell the server up to what point in game time they're at. Basically, attach with each block of key events the time that they're at. That's kind of inconsistent, though. No, I think that might make sense. So from the spectator's perspective, it's like I can actually say that this note was a miss if obviously if the note hasn't been hit yet, but also it'd have to go check do I already have a key event after the what would it have to be? Yeah, it would have to be the time we from the perspective of the game engine, right? It's like, hey, the time is right now, the game time is whatever it is, and I think that this note should be a miss. What's the latest time that we've seen from the user we're spectating? If it's after now, then I can do a miss. Otherwise, I have to leave that note there and maybe come back next frame and look at the miss and cause a miss to happen. That could work. It'd be a whole separate way of managing misses, which kind of feels gross. But I feel pretty confident I have to handle misses a different way, either way. Yeah. Yep. It'd be very, very similar to this current miss manager, except we would have an if statement here that's well, wherever we increment this, we decide to not increment it in certain circumstances. Amazing. So great. Yeah, that should be fine. That should totally be fine. I mean, it would obviously look weird to the spectator, right? Like, if their client they're watching is lagging or like has high latency, um, well, what could the spectator do? Well, basically, what I'd have to do is give some user control over the, how far in the past they want to be rendering things. And just continuing on as normal in that case is not the way to handle that, right? Because if they're consistently having this really bad latency, but in the case that it's just a momentary interruption, and the message does eventually get there, um, then it's fine. You would just see the visual weirdness, um, and then it would be all good. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, that should work. That should basically work just fine, I think. Awesome. Okay. Um so that's that problem figured out. That's not an immediate concern, but I wanted to figure out anyways, I guess. Okay, how about working towards getting an actual spectator thing working? So from what I understand, if I used a struct, I could do a single mem copy to copy all this stuff into the struct, and the struct is like literally the order in bytes where it's stored, like it's contiguous memory, I think. Let me Google that. Is struct are structs stored contiguously in memory in C? Yes. The size of operator must be used to get the number of bytes needed to store a particular type of struct. Just as it can be used for primitives. Oh? Stack Overflow says they're not necessarily contiguous in memory. Due to struct padding. Data structure alignment is the way data is arranged and accessed in computer memory. Wait. They're talking about an array of structs. Oh, okay. Is that what the person asked? Oh yeah, no, they did ask that, yeah. Okay, so if you're storing all your structs in an array, the computer might insert padding bytes in between your structs. But that's fine, I think. Well, it probably doesn't matter whether I did that or some other way. There's array of structs and then there's struct of arrays. I could probably use either of those, and it would run. I wouldn't even be able to tell the difference because I'm not going to measure the difference. I like array of structs better because I can just write one mem copy. If the am I gonna have to do one mem copy per event that I'm getting from the client? That seems lame. Yeah, I guess that's what I have to do. Assuming that this Stack Overflow thing is right, if there's actually padding in between the different array elements. Vectorization is the thing. Right. But I don't even know how I'm going to be iterating over these structs yet, so I would probably just stick with my struct idea for now. Okay. Cool. Okay, so let's try writing that. Okay, so we're going to have typedef struct. What's the difference between saying typedef struct and struct? Is there a difference? God. There's so much C stuff that I'm just really bad at. Okay. Typedef struct versus struct. The common idiom is to do it both, huh? Oh, right. Because you want to like use it as a type, and if you didn't do type def, then you'd have to say struct whatever every time you want to refer to it. Note that since both identifier namespaces are different, defining S in both in the structs and global spaces is not an error, as it is not redefining the same identifier, but rather creating a different identifier in a different place. Okay. So you could do this. And that seems like the more idiomatic way that people like to do it. But then again, I guess if you never need to refer to it by struct WebSocket frame header, then you just don't need to put that there. So I'm going to do type def struct player key event. And it's going to have what? Game time track key state. Simple as that. So then the client data is not going to be ints. It's going to be player key events. Client data. Yeah. Okay. Basically anywhere where there's client data, I need to be concerned about this. Oh my goodness. Looks like those are the only places though. Okay. So I sort of need to remake this work. Well, this is going to stay commented out, but this stuff we need to make work again. Yeah, okay. So the num key events is equal to payload length minus this thing divided by size of player key event. And what is this mem copying? Huh. This is a single mem copy. I can't actually do a single mem copy for this, I don't think. Because I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I guess let me ask. Let me ask Google first, and then maybe ChatGPT. Can you mem copy multiple structs into an array? Copying arrays of structs in C. Mem copy might work. Can you, huh. Well, okay. Here's one thing. The, shit. Crap. Yeah, the Stack Overflow example was copying an array of structs into an array of structs. That's definitely not my situation. Because I don't have an array of structs. That's not what the client sent me. The client sent me just a big chunk of binary data. So the padding is just not going to be there. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I think I logicked my way through that. So we're going to do a for loop. We're going to do a for loop of mem copies. Yep. So we're first going to do a for loop of mem copies. I mean, I could probably do the printing and the copying in the same loop, right? Why not? Okay, so so it's client I, client data num elements I. I better increment this. Right? Yeah. And one of my mem copy is destination, source, decoded message in +4 plus j times size of player key event. This is getting gigantic. Right, and we're copying one of the thing. So we do that. client data num elements plus plus. Element index is equal to actually I probably just do that because we're incrementing it right now. And maybe I just do this. Okay, except okay, we immediately access the data. And we basically do this. And I forget if you do dot or you do that funky little arrow thing. I hope you do dot. Okay, and then this goes away. We're not doing that anymore. We're actually copying our data into an array of structs. Do you compile? You do not compile. Had a feeling. For undeclared first use in this function. Huh? You're lying to me. Wait, is it lying to me? Something about semicolons? The semicolon error would have happened earlier, I think. Okay, what's the first error? Error expected semicolon, line 49. You're correct. Also, I did this totally wrong. Okay, that got rid of a lot of the warnings. 151. Has no member named game time. Did you mean game? Oh, I didn't. I typed it wrong. Warning initialization event star from incompatible pointer type player key event star. 174? 174. But this is an x equals 2. We hope to never arrive at x equals 2. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so the point of this test is we actually expect to see nothing change in the output. We just want to verify that we can copy memory into the array and then read out of the array and then print it just to like make sure we're doing it right. Yeah, and then we come over here. We are accumulating a lot of tabs. We don't need these tabs. Okay. Yeah, this should work. Huh. Yeah, something weird's going on, I would have to say. What? Let's look at this. We're running game server 2, yeah. I can't believe we got 1,024 bytes. Wait, yeah, doesn't that seem wrong? Yeah, because then what happens here? Yeah, something's still wrong to do with that, but for now, we ignore it. Okay, so what... Let me try to debug what went wrong here, because it's not telling me anything. If x equals 1. I assume we didn't get this. Did we get 0 key events? I'm fairly confident that this is alright, so I'm going to not do that anymore. Okay, we try again. For how many times I've played that intro. I must be an expert at it. Num key events is 0. Okay, that's kind of what I expected. How is num key events 0? Well, I'm pretty sure I just did this wrong. Honestly, that should still give me 1, though. I thought it would, at least. Okay, what new thing am I about to learn? What is the size of this struct? Oh, no. What's happening here? $16. What? Huh? What, dude? What? Size of uint8t is 100% 1. It's gotta be. So... is that like the inherent padding of the struct? That's interesting. Huh. What's the purpose of the padding? Okay, so let me... C, size of struct. It seems like a very basic question. Why isn't size of for a struct equal to the sum of the size of each member? Okay. It's not. Why? This is because of padding. Yep. Padding added to satisfy alignment constraints. Each compiler may choose to align data differently, resulting in different and incompatible data layouts. For this reason, dealing with libraries that will be used by different compilers, it is important to understand how the compilers align data. Some compilers have command line settings and are special pragma statements to change the structure alignment settings. Frick. Why? Oh my god. Okay, let me read about data structure alignment. Wikipedia, save me. I thought I could just do one mem copy per struct. Silly me. Silly me. Oh my god, I should ask in the frickin' the Handmade Discord. I'm sure a bunch of C programmers in there are gonna have their fair share of war stories. Jesus. For example, on a 32-bit machine, a data structure containing a 16-bit value followed by a 32-bit value could have 16 bits of padding between the 16-bit value and the 32-bit value to align the 32-bit value on a 32-bit boundary. Alternatively, one can pack the structure omitting the padding, which may lead to slower access, but uses 3/4 as much memory. That is wild. How? Okay, well, I think I'm gonna ask about exactly this. But, so, it's 64-bit OS, right? This should not be have any padding at all. 8, 8, so this is 16. Okay. Okay, yeah. So it actually makes sense now in theory. Now I don't know if the padding is going to go before or after these guys. Right? I don't know. I don't know how I assume my first guess would be that these 2 bytes would require 6 bytes of padding, and they'd put the 6 bytes at the end. That would be my guess. Huh. That's some crazy crap right there. Cool. All right. Well, it's. I mean, I could do either kind of mem copy, right? I mean, we literally just did this kind of mem copy. It wouldn't be that hard to do it differently, but that's interesting. I think I'm going to end the stream there, though. I think I'm going to end the stream there. This has been a very interesting stream. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm thinking of Ray Narvaez Jr.'s outro. It's like embedded in my head. I'm just gonna start copying him. Oh no. No. Do your stream outro. Okay. Yes, you're unique. You have an identity. Yes, you have branding. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I might stream over the weekend. I might not. Almost certainly not going to stream tomorrow because it's Friday. I don't usually stream Fridays. Hopefully I will stream as soon as Monday, though, or Monday at the latest. So yeah, hope to see you then. Until then, farewell.